Today we're going to be working on a 2015 Ford F-150 rear brake pads and rotor replacement. We're going to show you the entire job. First things first is obviously remove the wheel. Once you remove the wheel, we're going to be removing the caliper. The two bolts we're going to be removing is going to be this one and this one right here. They are a 13 millimeter. Let's go ahead and remove them. Sometimes you are going to have to hold this here. I use some pliers, but sometimes when you spin it, this will spin as well, so you have to hold it. Let's see if the top one does it, so you have an example of what I'm talking about. You see how it's kind of spinning, but luckily this was going fast enough for it to come loose. But if it does spin, just hold it with some pliers and you'll be able to remove the bolts. Okay, next step is going to be to remove the caliper. We're going to be using a pry tool. Obviously a flathead is good enough. Just put it right here and pop it out nice and gently. And you pop it out. Now normally we like to hang these on a strut. I can use a bungee and just tie it up. That way it doesn't hang loose and hang the caliper and put stress on the hose. We don't want to put stress on the hose, so we hang it up. That way it's nice and safe. Obviously we're inspecting the piston boots here, make sure they're not cracked. We're going to push in the piston here in a second. But first we're going to remove the brake pads. You pop them out just like that. And now we're going to be removing the caliper hold down bracket. There's going to be two bolts on the back of them, and I believe they are They are 18 millimeters on the back of the caliper bracket. Now we're going to remove the rotor. Now in some cases this is pretty tough to remove, so you have to hit it with the hammer. This one seems like it is coming out gently. I want to put a flathead screwdriver in here to help me pull on it on both sides so it comes out evenly. Next step is, after you remove the rotor, sometimes this hub will get really rusty, so you take a wire brush and just clean off everything as best you can. And then sometimes we even put a little bit of anti-seize here so that when the new rotor goes on, it doesn't become a huge headache to get it off after you do the next brake job. Putting anti-seize on the hub, make sure that the rotor does not get stuck. And back on the brand new one. Okay, now we're going to be servicing the caliper hold down bracket. Generally, if these clips are no longer good or they're broken or they're too rusty, you would have to replace them. And you basically pop them out and pop them back in. In this case, we don't have to do that because they're still in good shape. And obviously, we're going to clean them up using a wire brush to get off all the rust and all the debris. Same thing on this side. And we want to do this so that the brake pad will slide back and forth nice and easily and there's no rust there that will bind them up. So make sure that they're nice and clean. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove this pin on both sides because they do take grease. You want to make sure we grease these with every brake pad replacement. Take off all the old grease, obviously, as much as you can. You get some brake caliper grease. You can pick this up at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or any other auto parts store in your area. Go ahead and grease up the pins. A nice layer across the entire face of them is fine. You don't want to gunk this up too much. Then you slide it back into the caliper bracket and make sure that your rubber grommet covers are nice and safe and they're not cracked. Now we do the same thing on this side. You pop it out. And just so you guys know, there is two different types. There are two different caliper pins. As you can see here, this one has a rubber grommet at the end of it. This one does not. This one goes on this side, which will be on the bottom side. If you're on the passenger side of your brakes, it goes towards the floor. So make sure that you take it out, you clean it off, and you also grease it. A thin layer of new grease is all you need. Slide it back in, make sure that the boot isn't broken or cracked, and make sure it slides it back in and out nice and easy. Now we're going to install the caliper bracket onto the car. Okay, the next step is going to be to put the caliper bracket back on. You got your 2 bolts here. We're going to start them off by hand. And again, with your 18 millimeter, you're going to run them down. And we are going to torque these. We'll do that next step. The torque is 111 on the back caliper bracket bolts. So we're going to use our torque wrench and torque them down to 111. Okay, now we're going to put the brake pads back on. As you can see here, they're kind of hooked. So they're going to go into the clips. You got to push the clip up. Same thing on this side. You got to push the clip up a tiny bit and slide them in. Same thing on this side. You're going to push the clip a little bit forward. Same thing on the top. Push it up, slide them in, and we're ready to put the caliper on. The next step is we're going to compress the brake piston. We're going to be using our brake piston compressor tool here. If you don't have one of these, you can use some big pliers or another method that you can decide to use. You're going to put the tool in and push in the piston, as you can see here I'm doing. Nice and slowly. All the way down. Okay, now we get that out of the way. And we're going to install the piston onto the brake caliper bracket now. Push it in. Oh, make sure that these backing plates do not fall off, obviously. Piston in, push in on the pins. Sometimes they don't allow the caliper to slide in. And now we're going to install the 2 bolts that hold down the caliper. Okay, now we're going to install the 2 caliper bolts. They're 13 millimeters, so run them down by hand. And we are going to torque these down. The torque for these bolts is 24 foot-pounds. And we have our torque wrench right here, ready to go, 24 foot-pounds. That's how you do the brakes on a 2015 Ford F-150. The last step you have to take is obviously do the other side, which is exactly the same as this side. And then once you're done and put the wheels on, you're going to go in the car and you're going to pump the brakes about 3 to 5 times before you start the vehicle. Once you pump the brakes and then you take up the slack that is in between the piston and the brake pad, then you can go ahead and put the car into drive and then drive off. But do not drive off unless you pump the brakes first.
All right, so welcome. We're going to be starting off by taking off the caliper bolts, which is this one and this one. They're size 13s. Let's take them out right now. Now, usually we would use a clamp to hold this down, but because we're using an impact to break them free, they come out easily. All right, so now that we took out the bolts, we're going to take out the caliper and we're going to hang it on up here with our hanger. So that we can, because we don't want to leave it hanging, or else it causes damage to the brake line itself. All right, next step is now we're going to be taking out the brake pads, which would be this one over here. and this one over here. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take out the caliper bracket, and these bolts here are size 21. So we're gonna use our impact here, and we're gonna start taking it out. As you're taking this one out, you're gonna put your hand here so you can hold it so it doesn't fall out. Now that everything's been out, now we can take out the rotor. Thankfully for this one, it's gonna come out easily. Sometimes you gotta hammer it out. Or sometimes they're slotted in, so whenever you got that, grab a bolt and take them out. And other times you gotta use a hammer. With the brand new rotor, now we install it in. All right, now with everything out, now we're gonna grab a wire brush and we're gonna clean up the clips where the brakes hold. If we're not replacing them, it's always best to clean it up. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll start off by cleaning up this one over here, and this one over here. There's two on top here that you're also gonna clean out. And this one over here. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take out the caliper pins so we can re-grease these. Every time you do service, always remember to re-grease these, as they can have problems where they will have a problem where they'll be sticking and they'll be causing a lot of noise and vibration. So always grease them up and install it back into the grommet and press them down a bit so that they can fully go back in. All right, now we're gonna take out the other one. We're gonna do the same as well. Put it back into the grommet, go in and tap it for a bit. All right, now that we did all that, now we're gonna install back the knuckle. And we're gonna put in the bolt so it can hold in well. And now with our gun, we're gonna install everything back in. All right, now that we've gunned them in, to verify everything's properly tight, we're gonna torque them to spec. Specs for this is at 184. All right, let's go on and install now our brand new brakes in. All right, now what we're gonna do next, we're gonna compress the pistons back in, because if we don't install these, what's gonna happen is that the brake, it will not hold on to the end. So we need to press them back in. So with our compressor, I'm gonna go all the way in, and we're gonna squeeze them back in. Yeah. All right, next, now that we compressed everything and now everything's ready, we're gonna go on and take this out and install everything back together. Let's start by installing this top one first so we can get some play. All right, now that the bolts are in, now we're gonna grab our impact and we're going to gun them in. All right, now to verify everything's good, we're gonna torque them to spec. In here, we're measuring the grand total 27 for the torque. So let's go on and torque. All right, now that we finished everything, we're gonna put the wheel back in, we're gonna go into the car, we're gonna press on the brake pedal 5 times. Once you feel that the brake pedal feels rough again, that's how you know your car is ready to be driven again.